All right, everyone, it is a big day. Today we are going to be property owners and we are going to build. Well, we are not going to build. We're going to hire a contractor to build for us. So in the meantime, I've done some escort missions and gotten us up to 3.2 million credits, which should be enough to get our solar field off the ground. Looking around, there are some good places for a solar field, like Magito, for example, which has 200% sunlight, which is awesome. My one concern is if we want to do some double dipping and get some silicon in here as well. What is Ortrazi's look like? So 208, yeah, not a whole lot of silicon. I mean, it's serviceable, but I would like a higher concentration of silicon. Take Mutulus, for example. It has way more silicon than Ortrazi, but however, I would need a pretty good manager to associate the jumps from Magito. I need a 2-star manager so that the silicon miner can head over here to Mutulence, get the silicon, and then back to Magito to unload. Also, we will be competing head-to-head with the Magito solar power plant right here. Looking nearby, Scipio and Agencloss is the neighbors, so I don't think our station would be in too much of, a target, but it's something to consider as well. With energy cells being our primary concern, I'm thinking Magito is still the best place. We'll work up to a better manager, and if worse comes to worse, they can go to Ortrazi and pull what little silicon there is out of the system, certainly not much.
Will be met with severe consequences.
But before we head out, let's stop by the representative's office because, I thought we were going to get graphene, but that isn't silicon, that is methane. So let's see if they might have some silicon wafer production for sale. Which, as we can see, we need 720 silicon every 3 minutes, 270 energy cells every 3 minutes to make 321 silicon wafers. So let's just see if that's for sale. And indeed it is for sale for 945,000 credits of our 362. That would leave us with 2.3 to build the station. And I don't think we would have enough to do that. Let's actually get a plot down and scope it out, see how much money we're looking to spend here. And as we can't build in unknown space, Miss Jackson is going to fly us to the south gate of Magito to look at that space, allow us to build there, and then we can lay down the blueprint. On a positive note, though, I gave Miss Han a seminar, and she got to 3.5 stars, so I have her on advanced auto mining for now, able to move from place to place. She's doing her own thing, mining anything that she can, and delivering it within 3 gates. So she's being productive on her own, which is good to see. And if we do have enough for silicon production,
completed.
We won't need a amazing pilot in the miner. The manager will be handling all of that, so she'll be able to do something else for us, perhaps in a trade vessel with advanced auto trade, allowing us to build up our money even more. And we're going to be fine with 1 energy cell production module, as it makes 400 energy cells per minute. At 200%, 800 per minute, we're looking at 48,000 energy cells per hour. So that's going to be really, really good for us, I think. Yeah, we just need to have some traders bring us those things, and we'll be in like a dirty shirt. And with this one station, we can become a resident fairly quickly, only doing 50,000 in trades. Once we get up to 1 million in trades from our production station, we'll be recognized as a citizen, so that would be advanced modules license. So military ships, nice and quick. Then our advanced modules after that. Capital, however, we would need a second production station and a frontier defense station as well, and 6 million in trade. So a Star Destroyer is not in our near future, but we can be a productive member of the Empire until that time. But it's a long way to go, but each journey begins with a single station. Ideally, we want everything coming from Scipio or perhaps Agencloss to see our station. And we want it kind of far away from our competition as well. So out here in space, looks like we are fairly alone. There are some traders that pass through here, which is all well and good. Let's set up a little plot and see what this is going to cost us. So what we're going to do, we're going to be extremely smart with our plot. We're going to start with a 2x2x2 and expand as necessary. 8,000 credits to be right there in the middle. We can afford that license there. So let's plop that down and get to building. All right, so one more tick out will run us another 8,000. So for our energy cells, a docking platform, and a small container. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. We have enough space to expand if need be, but to get off the ground at 50% price, we'll see if we can get any traders coming in that want to sell us stuff for cheap. That'll be 1.1 million credits. So we'll go ahead and accept that estimate. Now we need to find us a builder. So what we'll do, we'll fly back to the shipyard in Bastion. We have 2.1 million credits, so we can indeed afford that silicon wafer production as well. And, you know, before the builder comes and finishes everything up, we'll be able to append that Mygito factory and make it a little bit more than a solar power plant. Aha, and we have someone biting module prefabs at 50%, so the module prefabs should be coming in. Yes, indeed, we have a high-tech Gozanti trader bringing 387 of our module prefabs at 50%, so that is all well and good. Just waiting on the Durasteel plates and those energy cells. And another good thing about us low-balling the purchase price on our goods, once we do find this trader or this builder, they won't go anywhere until the building is done. So we can afford to purchase that silicon wafer production. We're not going to be on any time limit for sure, and we'll be able to get the station how we want it before the builder is completed. And I've seen some builders hanging around Biscan. I've also seen them hanging... Oh, we got one! The Banking Clan. Hire for building for our Mygito factory, 150,000. I remember when it was 50. Anyway, so that builder with the Banking Clan will now make their way to our station. We have 2,900,000 of it is going into silicon wafer production, which will leave us another million for that construction budget of that module. So I might, in the meantime, have to go out and do some more escort missions to help pay for that construction, but things are moving along. Aha. We got 739 energy cells coming in from the Banking Clan energy trader shuttle at 50%, so things are proceeding. So we just need the Durasteel plates, and I think that might be the, the tipping point. Not everyone wants to give up their Durasteel plates while they're building Star Destroyers, I imagine. Hello, Miss Oshiro. I am back, and I am interested in your silicon wafer blueprint, if you please. All right, and before our builder gets there, let's go ahead and add silicon wafer. All right, confirming that, silicon wafer next. And yeah, it's only going to be an additional 300,000. So we'll go ahead and accept that estimate. The builder will come, and now we will have, if we look at our flow chart, energy cells coming in. We'll have silicon coming in from our miner to produce those silicon wafers. Outstanding. Miss Jackson, if you please, set a course for Mygito. Best possible speed. And part of me is wondering about the storage situation. We have one small storage, and if I look at it here, the small container, yeah, I can hold 50,000. I think that would be enough for a small station, as well as forcing the price low quicker because we need to get rid of it as our storage fills up, meaning we'll be able to offer the cheapest energy cells and silicon wafers this side of Tatooine, which will help keep the money coming in. Yeah, we might be lowballing the rest of the empire, but if the money comes to our pocket, then that's all that matters. I mean, considering how the station's literally going to be no cost to run. We're not going to accept orders from other miners bringing their silicon. We're going to have our own miner dedicated, getting silicon for free. If that means we don't make as many silicon wafers, fine. I just want to keep the cost down as much as possible. And then once these orders get delivered, and no one else seems to be biting, I'll raise the global price modifier up to say 60%, maybe 70. See if we can try to get them for a little bit more cheaper. And then if worse comes to worse, we'll have to pay full price for those Duracell plates, which might put a big hole in our pocket. Miss Jackson, our builder awaits right there. Go ahead and dock up if you please, and we will manage these deliveries, make sure everything is coming in on time. Greetings, banking clan. This is a stick-up. Give me all your ships. Nah, just playing. Where's the captain? Hello, captain. I hope hiring you didn't hinder your plans. All right, that was a terrible joke, but I like how you're right above the plot, so make sure your workers are working safe. We have a couple deliveries on the way, and expect more, hopefully soon. Tell you what, it's the longest 1 in 5 minutes ever, but first should be a Gozanti trader followed by a CSS-1 shuttle. And unfortunately, we can't see how many construction drones this thing has without scanning it. Captain, please tell me you have more than like 2 building drones on you, because that would be a massive kick in the teeth to spend 150 grand on your services and get this thing built by next Christmas. Aha, our first delivery approaches. The high-tech Gozanti CZX 920 should be dropping their goods off there momentarily. Yes, good, good, good. Right in there, and we should see our first building containers of the new project. Aha, building containers acquired. That's a lot of goods. Thank you so much for that delivery. Now I think we only have the banking clan shuttle left to make their delivery before I have to decide whether or not to jack this offering price up, which I might need to, but 2 minutes out for that energy trader. And that's the one downside of not purchasing a transport ship before a miner is I could go out and try to find the best deals and sort of help build this thing myself, but we're relying on the great economy to fulfill our needs. And always nice to have an arrestor cruiser just chilling within arm's reach of our new factory location. Big Brother Empire's taking care of us. Okay, why is a customs corvette looking at our building plot so closely, huh? Aha, YTY 745 energy trader coming in. This is the last shipment at this price range. So once these energy cells are dropped off, we'll see if anyone else is biting. Didn't look like it. And then we will see if anyone wants a 70% value. All right, energy cells delivered, and I guess they're not that big. We only got maybe 1/2 of a container. But I think that completes our deliveries as of now. Yes, indeed. So let's try a 65% price, eh? Fine, 66 then. Anyone gonna bite at 66? Do I hear 75? 75% value. Anyone want some of this? You know, I'd be happy if you just brought me 212. That way we can start this docking platform at least. If I had to make a guess, energy cells would be the first thing to go at this price. We're probably competing against 100% value from shipyards and whatnot, wanting Duracell plates and perhaps module-free prefab, so we might not be able to cheap our way out of the rest of these orders. Luckily, we still do have money coming in from our trader, another 84,000, which is kind of offsetting this cost of increasing the demand here. But it's one of those things, do you want it built cheap or do you want it built fast? And there is no in between. We might have to go up to 100% and then we'll be at the mercy of everyone else paying 100% for someone to send us the goods. So we'll throw all in. So 784,000 all in. This is the most we can do. Now we're just at the mercy of the traders. And we don't even have enough to get a minimum Gozanti transport off the ground. We're lacking about 140,000 credits. So we could speed our build process along and put a arm transport on the go. So yeah, if we can get a few mine clearing missions real quick, maybe a transport mission or two, we'll have enough to just barely float the transport. And then we can very slowly purchase these things ourselves and help the traders along, because we're paying top dollar. This is literally everything that we can do. Now that's a good payout and something we can do. We'll accept that.
Come and find me.
All right, sweet. So we need to link up with our ship here, the Berea Miner, which is selling their silicon off. So let me, now that they've done that, they're going to deliver over there. So we will tell it to hold position. It's going to execute that trade, and when it's done, we'll bring that miner over. Now, does it have... All right, it does not have a resource probe, but I think our TIE fighter does. Yeah, this is going to be 591,000 credits for this little mining operation. So once Miss Han drops off this silicon at the refinery, she'll head on over here and meet up with a one Meili Nakagawa. And if you're wondering, no other traders are biting at all at 100%. So we are in stiff competition there. So yeah, getting our own transport would be really, really good. Miss Han, good to see you once more. We're on a bit of a scouting mission assisted by the TIE fighter once it's time to find ore, which should be fairly easy to do in this rock bed. And there is our destination, ore refinery, dead ahead. That's where we will pick up Mr. Nakagawa and be on our way.
Navigation. Prepare to dock.
Acknowledged. Requesting permission to dock.
Docking permission granted.
Yeah, we were kind of already docking.
To dock.
Affirmative.
Oh, I'm sorry. Some dude said come find me.
Hello there.
Go ahead and come aboard, please, on our miner.
Right.
All right, and actually, we don't even need to drop a resource probe. Usually these mining internships, yeah, they want a resource probe. So just mine 210 units of ore in ore oh, there we go. Now we find. All right, TIE fighter ho. So we need to find 7.2 kilometers cubed of ore. And I think if we park, say like right over here, that should be fine, right? We'll go ahead and drop our resource probe, make sure everything is good to go. And does that satisfy? Outstanding. Cool. And what we'll do, we'll actually turn this thing off because we don't need it anymore. All right, Miss Han, if you please, it's going to be a real easy task. We just need to mine some more. On, good deal. On our way to pick up those 210 ore. But someone bit on the Durasteel plates. An unknown ship, BMH 811, is bringing the whole kit and caboodle, which means here in a moment, the docking platform will start its construction, as well as the Imperial container. Actually, maybe even the energy cells will get their construction going. So good timing. All right, Miss Han, begin ore collection, and if you happen to find any alien eggs, pull those in too. And oh, an acclimator is coming in with those 1,300 Durasteel plates and 25 energy prefabs, leaving, you know, a bit of the energy module prefabs and about 300 or so energy cells. All right, ore dead ahead. Go ahead and show me what you got. Hopefully we can pick up 210 ore fairly quickly. We could manually do it and shoot the little nodes off. Yeah, we'll do this manually here.
Autopilot disengaged.
We'll shoot the little knob. There we go, pull that in.
Asteroid.
Might have to get a little bit closer. Is this 210?
Excellent.
Oh, and more alien eggs for that omelet. That's gonna be a big deal. All right, dock at the ore refinery. Outstanding. Which, in order to dock, we have to sell off, so we might as well trade with the ore refinery. Just dump all that off. So she's going to fly to the ore refinery, sell off that ore, which should complete that mission. We'll get paid. And there we go, 591,000 credits, internship done. She'll go back to advanced auto mining, and here is our construction site. So hopefully we'll be seeing those deliveries coming soon. And indeed, we do have a Lambda shuttle that looks to be dropping goods off. And those were the module prefabs. So 2 minutes out for the big acclimator to come with all those Durasteel plates, and construction can finally begin on the docking platform and the container. And getting this Gozanti armed transport will be 1.3 million credits, but our first medium-sized ship that we can actually go around and do stuff with that isn't a miner, that'll leave us 200 grand to do purchasing to complete this station. So might as well confirm that order. So in 3 minutes, we are going to have our trader. We'll be able to look and see what this station needs to complete. Should just need, about 300 energy cells. We can load up that trader there. Module prefabs might be a little bit more tough, so we'll go for the energy cells first. Drop those off, and then module prefabs if no one else is biting. And thankfully, we still have our miner out there doing advanced auto mining, giving us passive income while we wait and get that miner in. I don't know how expensive those module prefabs will be. The energy cells should be fairly cheap. Unfortunately, that acclimator keeps getting pushed back further and further. I wonder if they're trying to come through an active war zone and getting slowed down. Hopefully they can make it. The acclimator's a pretty stout ship. It should be okay. Outstanding. We now have a Gozanti transport. Energy cells are selected. Let's see how many of those suckers we need. 300. Outstanding. That should be very easily done. Yeah, that's only going to be 5 grand. And then when you're done with that, transfer wares with the build storage, get those 300 energy cells in. And that should complete that order. And it'll be Captain Jones on their way. Nice to meet you, Miss Jones. Thanks for picking up the slack. I'll give you a seminar here, possibly. Yeah, for 1-star piloting. Outstanding.
Goodbye.
Yeah, so now she's a 2.5, almost there to do advanced auto trades. That would be awesome. Now, my only concern is the cheapest energy cells were in Agen Kloss. And I'm not sure if that is an active war zone or not, but hopefully she can just scoot through. We will keep a close eye. It'd be an awful shame to lose this thing now. As a matter of fact, I mean, we're splitting hairs, sending her to Agen Kloss. We'll remove all orders and have her pick up 300 from this plant. Yeah, I think that acclimator got lost on his way to college because now he's 7 minutes away instead of 5, and that was 5 minutes ago. And there's Miss Jones there in our ship. That's the first time we've actually laid eyes on it. We placed a remote order, so this will complete our energy cells. Next up is module prefabs, which we will send her on her way shortly. So we need 150 of those, and looks like the module prefab sale is right there. Can we squeeze 150 out of it? We can get 108, and that's 200. That will take all of our money. So we can do 100 of them, and we'll get a little bit of money back from this estimate since we are bringing our own goods. And I think the module prefab, once we bring the next 100, that should lower the estimate quite a bit as well. We'll get some money back. And out yonder is one of those arrestor cruisers on patrol. Tell you what, if we get all the module prefabs in and this acclimator is still 7 minutes out, we're going to start bringing our own Durasteel plates in. Just cancel this order and let someone else have a go. And Miss Jones is back with those 100 module prefabs. It only needs 50 more to pick up, and then we're going to have to tell that acclimator to, get off the pot. He can't be bogarting that order when someone else could be making that delivery. All right, they must have heard me. 6 minutes. Now, if this goes down to 5, when we bring our 50 module prefabs in, then they can keep the order. Yeah, that delivery alone dropped our estimate by like 300 grand. That's what I like to see. Now we can pick up those last 50. Good news, Miss Jones is heading back with the 50 module prefabs, and look who's 3 minutes out now. I think you finally heard me. Yep, Miss Jones is back. This is our last 50 module prefabs as far as the acclimator goes. Positive, 3 minutes still. I'm counting on that. If that goes up, we're ready to take over this purchase ourselves. All right, positive gain. All module prefabs in, 2 minutes out. The acclimator should be here sometime. Saved another 120,000 on that purchase there. All right, so this is a good trade. Energy cells here. So the Gozanti, go ahead and load up as many energy cells as you can. And then sell to there as many energy cells as you can for a 18,000 profit. Will not stand on ceremony, Miss Jones. Make that money. Does my eyes deceive me? 1 minute? The acclimator is actually coming? Hey, Carl, good to see you. Yeah, permission to dock. What'd you take a wrong left turn at Alderaan? Yeah, Captain Hinder, I bet you wish you were getting paid by the hour instead of one flat rate, huh? Tell you, these are the times where salary really sucks. Waiting on Carl to show up. You know, I don't want to speak ill into the world, but if, like, a big rebel fleet was to come through the gate now and blow Carl up with all of my Durasteel plates on board, oh, I would, ooh. And it's a miracle. My beautiful Durasteel plates are being loaded in the construction zone. Yes. Captain Hinder, your drones may proceed. So yes, indeed, we're 7 minutes away from that docking platform being completely built up. We are now at the mercy of Captain Hinder's drones. We have 4 modules to build. And before he leaves, let's go have a word with Carl, shall we? Captain Akbari, nice of you to finally make your way here. That delivery time was unacceptable, ma'am. I will be putting in a report to your supervisors. But they do have a nice view of my station from here, I must say. All right, so we have a few 1-star managers on the Berea Minor. Maya Kikuchi would be a 1-star manager. And we do have that seminar that may be able to boost her up. I'm just swinging by the defense platform, see if there's anyone walking around that might have a little bit more managerial skill. No, no one's standing out to me here, usually just Marines. But, Miss Jackson, if you please, let's land on our brand new factory.
Be undocking soon.
And there she is, cargo being placed right below. We'll be the first ones to set foot on this brand new station. And here we are. Yeah, it looks like, you know, every other dock that we've been to, but this one is ours. Let's make a stop at the manager's office where we will place a phone call. Ah, there we go. Our logo there, but the chair is empty. Let's rectify that situation. Miss Kikuchi, I have somewhere for you to be, ma'am. A manager. And, of course, travel time and all that good stuff. It'll take her a minute to get here. But how is the construction looking? 1 minute left on the container. And Miss Kikuchi, welcome to your new role. Here's a seminar for you for the management. And indeed, now a 2-star manager. Take care of this installation if you please. Oh, and just out of the back of the manager's office, that is where our solar panel will be. And indeed, 16 minutes for that, and we'll start producing our own energy cells. I have the Berea Minor finishing up, grabbing a load of silicon, and then coming down here waiting to fill that order. And all zeros on the power plant so far. That's going to change once we put in our silicon wafer machine. The manager's going to want some money to purchase the silicon, but we will put that trade rule in effect that only our miners can sell to here, and you will be running a profitable station. So while we're here, we have space for 20 drones. Let's go ahead and get some money in that station account and see if some traders can come in with some droid parts, energy cells, and smart chips. And we do have our trader wide open. So let's get these energy cells first. Or you know what? We'll wait for ourselves to produce energy cells. I mean, we are what? How many minutes away? 8 minutes? We can do that. We'll send our trader off to go pick up the other things for the drones. Like 200 smart chips. Booyah. Nice, 750 silicon coming in here. We'll go ahead and transfer wares here. Oh, you know what I just realized? We need solid storage. Crap! On your horse, Miss Jackson. We gotta get back to Bastion quick, fast, and in a hurry. I'm getting complacent in my old age. I could have got that by now. But the most important thing is if we can get that storage at least attached to this thing before this guy leaves. So we've got 536 left on the energy cells. Hopefully silicon wafers are another 10 minutes or so. I just need to get to Bastion and plop solid storage on this thing somewhere and he'll stay put. And if I had to make a guess, we would need to open up the bottom just a bit. That's not right. There we go. We'll open up the bottom just a bit so that we can put the solid storage right on the bottom of this. Oh, good, yeah. We just got to Bastion, and there's 17 minutes left to produce a silicon wafer, so we can definitely purchase the solid storage and keep that builder from going anywhere. But take a look at that, everyone. We are producing at 200% efficiency for additional 24,000 output per hour, and our first energy cells should end up making drones. Boom! And yeah, smart chips just got delivered as well. So we'll get a little bit money back for the estimate. Next cycle energy cells will be full, so we only need a few more drone parts. Actually, let's get 5 and 5 on the repair drones, sure. Hi, Miss Oshiro. I made a goof. You happen to have a blueprint for some storage? Maybe some small solid storage, as it were. And there we go. Just get that ready. So energy cells will be taken care of really quick. So it's just more Durasteel plates and module prefabs. And what I'll do, I'll hold off on the energy cells until that gets filled up. But that is confirmed. The builder will stay there now. And with a full 750 load of silicon, let's just sell off this silicon if we can. Try to get some of our money back. And Miss Jones is now just transferring some energy cells from inside to the build storage. No worries. We don't have enough to fully fund the construction just yet. But yeah, just 189 Durasteel plates and, you know, a little less than 60 module prefabs shouldn't be too awful expensive once we do get some money in here. Actually, let's lower it down to 50%, see if we can get anyone to bite, and we'll put in, say, yeah, maybe 50,000 just to get the ball rolling here. Our miner, however, is unloading everything over here at the Imperial Refined Goods Complex in Agamar. That's going to net us 73,000, which should be enough to, you know, do the purchase. And if we're lucky, maybe some of these traders are going to come by and purchase some energy cells from us too. All right, the end is in sight. Durasteel plates, our Gozanti trader is bringing all of those, which will only leave module prefabs. A high-tech trader Gozanti is bringing 17 of them, so we are doing okay. Still waiting on our Berea to make their way to the refined goods complex to drop off the 73,000 that we need. And yeah, we'll finally, after all of this, be good with our own first station. And of course the manager is saying, hey, I'm going to need 295,000 credits up in here. Well, not to worry. Now we're almost full of energy cells in our container. Price is really, really low. So I'd expect some traders to come and pick up some energy cells from us, I hope. And just as I thought, we have a full container. And there is a banking energy trader buying 12,400 energy cells coming in, which will go into, of course, the budget of the station, but we could always pull that money out if need be. And one thing about having just a medium dock, the medium ships aren't going to be like Carl and get stuck somewhere. They can get here quick, fast, and in a hurry. So when they say 5 minutes out, I think they actually do mean 5 minutes out. And there we are, everyone. Last goods delivered. 3 minutes and 51 seconds until our solid storage is done. Banking Clan is coming soon. The 745, I believe, is our purchaser here. Yes, indeed. So Banking Clan is going to come in, give us some money for the station, which is outstanding. I have it set to hold 1 hour's worth of silicon wafer production, sell all but 5,400. This order came through before I set that rule, so we'll dip below, but then we will quickly get all of that back. I am not worried a bit. So there we go. We should start producing, yes, indeed, energy cells again. And once we cross 5,400, then we can sell off. I've got smart chips on the way, 174,000 already in the station account. So as this comes on, the manager should then have everything she needs, and then we can just start skimming off the top. You know, to be fair, as fast as these energy cells are producing, let's just keep like 1,000 in reserve just in case. And yeah, to sell off the rest. So that should be fine, allowing us to sell even more. And 10 seconds away from our solid storage being done, our miner is full. We'll remove all orders and wait and get ready to deposit. We'll throw in 750 silicon and set our trade rules before we go buying up a bunch of stuff. So restriction is going to be Saka only, and we are not going to sell. That is going to keep our miner moving. So 750 in this first deposit here. And there is our miner to drop off the first goods. And boom, went into production. 2 minutes and 51 seconds, and we'll start getting some silicon wafers. So now, Berea miner, if you please, mine for Commander Alpha. And now the miner will serve this station dutifully. And it just needs silicon within 3 jumps, and Munilance is right there. Very, very silicon heavy. I just don't know what the timing will be between the rotations here. So, you know, think what cycle is that? 230 or whatever. They're not going to be back in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so the silicon will definitely be our bottleneck. But we can, you know, sell off energy cells like they're going out of style, as well as those silicon wafers once we start stockpiling. So I'm not too worried about that. And indeed, our miner is making a beeline straight to Munilance and back. Seems good to me. Gozanti transport. Once we deliver the last of our goods that we need, our smart chips, and we'll have all of our drones up and running, we might set that as a trader so that they take some of these energy cells and they sell it as need be for even more profit. Yeah, so that first batch of silicon wafers, we've got 321 selling for $391 per pop. That's, hopefully people like silicon wafers. I actually did not see who's buying silicon wafers out here. So the trade station is, buyer is over there in Yaga Minor. So I don't know if our cargo transport is going to go running all the way out to Yaga Minor with those silicon wafers, but we'll set it as, you know, the trader, and we will see. Trade for Commander Beta. And hopefully it's finishing, no, it's not finishing its task, so transfer wares, drop those smart chips if you please, we need them. And that should be it. Yes, indeed. Well, 30 out of 40 drones. We could add 5 more cargo and 5 more repair. And this might come out of the station account. And say goodbye to the banking clan builder that made all of this possible. And eventually the time will come when we will sell enough energy cells and silicon wafers that we can just accept all of the prices here. We'll get up to 1.6 million in the station account. We'll hold that and make sheer profit from then on using our own miner, just getting the last few drones that we need on the station, and then we will have no more out-of-pocket costs, which is awesome. But a very long, multi-hour process to get this thing up and running. Hopefully it didn't take so long for you after the edit, but I'll grind a little bit, get some money up, watch our station work, and report back with our next step next time. Take care.